Come along now. We're almost there. Don't worry. We're not lost. We are almost there. Yeah, you big lizard. I heard you. We're almost there. Ugh. Whose idea was it that we take a job from this lizardling again? I don't know, my big orcish friend. Why don't you decide to tell us why you decided to smack around that merchant? After all, that is sort of the reason why we had to take Zisk's job. Because he was a prick, that's why. Quit your moaning. If the two of you cannot work together amicably, I will assure you that both of your shares for this job shall go to the rest of the party. Master Zisk, I do hate to ask, but what exactly is in this box you're making us carry? As far as you are all concerned, the only thing within that box is a collection of potions and lotions. Nothing more. Master Zisk, I am eternally grateful that you have allowed us to participate in this endeavor, and that you are offering us 10 times our normal fee. But I am somewhat curious. Why exactly are we bringing this crate of valuable potions so far from civilization? Enough of this. I will not answer any more questions. You will only know that I am taking this box to the agreed upon location with my contact. Now, let us proceed on our way. No more distractions. You ain't exactly a friendly fella. Silence. If you want to keep talking, I'm going to cut you up and feed you to my dogs. Yeah, well, speaking of ugly dogs, how's your mother doing? Jock, must you antagonize everyone we meet? Is it me, or does this box have a weird smell to it? It's got like a faint sort of aroma of... I can't put my finger on it, but I'm not the only one who can smell it, right? Enough of the mumblings and grumblings. We're going to go on our way. We're going to continue on to the agreed upon meeting point. Now pick up the sides of that box and let's get a move on. Okay, now listen up. When the person comes, I will do all of the talking, and all of you will remain absolutely quiet. Master Zisk, I do have to ask, is there more to this meeting than you are letting on? Ostigar, my business is my business. I brought you on out of the goodness of my heart. Now all you have to do is stand around and look tough. That smell. I don't know what it is. It's vexing me. Oh, is that lavender and sandalwood? Get your little hands off of that box. Look, they're coming here right now. Whatever you do, remain calm and quiet. All of you. I will handle the talking. Zisk, how are you doing, you scaly fellow? Do you have my shipment as agreed upon? Yes, your ladyship. I have all 20 bottles. If you wish, you may inspect the merchandise before we discuss payment. Well, that is a most excellent suggestion. Come along, Titus. Let us inspect the shipment before we exchange anything. As agreed upon, I have brought you 20 bottles, 10 of your first choice and 10 of your second choice. Most excellent. Now, as agreed upon, I have about 750 crowns for you. My associate here will perform the exchange. With that out of the way, I would like to discuss shipment with you. I'm assuming it's just that one box there. Excuse me, and I don't mean to intrude, but I feel like I've met you before. Well, if that's the case, then clearly the encounter wasn't that remarkable, considering that I have no memory of it. Oh, 1,000 pardons. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Belinda McGavel, Lady McGavel. My father is Lord McGavel, the Count of Matchcliffe. Well, Lady McGavel, it is good to meet you. You may simply know me as Fiona, Lady Fiona. As you will see, you will find every bottle is there, perfectly intact. Most excellent, Master Zisk. Very well, here is your payment. You may count all of it if you wish. Oh no, I trust the word and the coin of a Battenrend. It has been good to do business with you, my dear. Well, I don't know about any of you, but I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. We got our full fee, and We've got some coin to last us a while. Fiona Battenrend. That was her name. That's why I recognised her. I'm probably going to risk looking rather foolish asking this, but is that anyone of importance? Lady Fiona Battenrend is part of the Battenrend family. Her father, Lord Battenrend, is the Duke of Balford, a very wealthy and influential figure in the Kingdom of Mavleria. I met her some time ago at a soiree, and come to think of it now, it was rather scandalous. Well, as much as I'd love to hear about a scandalous noblewoman, I don't exactly know what she'd want with a potion that reeks of lavender and sandalwood. Wait, the potion smelled of lavender and sandalwood? Oh aye, it reeked of the stuff, even with the box nailed shut. Don't suppose that means something, does it? Belinda, what exactly is this noblewoman infamous for? Well, from what I learned is that she is a rather voracious person. She's been very active in regards to gaining the affections and attentions of people, including people of great political influence and power. It also came out during the course of the soiree that she was rather intimately involved with another person there, a far more powerful foreign prince, shall we say. I think what our rather prudish noblewoman is trying to tell us is that this other noblewoman is rather keen on powerful people, particularly powerful men. Talika, there's no need to be crass about it, but that is apparently the rumour, it seems. Belinda, you of all people should know that nobles often gossip about almost anything and everything. I didn't believe it at first, but it wasn't until another story came out that it was confirmed. As interesting as this speculation is, we have no real evidence to confirm whether or not she is a professional seductress, as people claim. Well, if we're looking for something to do, I have a suggestion. In Dawnminster, they're hosting a grand tourney, and apparently anyone and everyone is going to be there. Huh, oh really? Is that the case? Who's going to be there exactly? Well, according to what I heard, anyone and everyone, meaning many lords and ladies, a couple hundred knights, and apparently even the king himself is going to be there. It'll be a huge honour for whichever country lord is hosting. Imagine King Vardon of Mavleria attending your tournament. Oh please, these tourneys aren't just for entertaining the small folk. If anything, the lords and ladies are all going because they probably have some business they need to discuss, and they're probably going to use it as the perfect opportunity to get everyone together to hash out a few problems they're all having. That may be so, but these meetings are often places in which... Something the matter, my wizarding friend? You seem rather perplexed about the situation. I mean, I'm not about to suggest that we throw our hats into the ring and decide to compete, but it would be an interesting place to ply our trade as adventurers. If many lords and ladies are going to this tourney, whether to meet the king or discuss business, do you think that Lady Fiona Battenrend would also be going to such a gathering? I wouldn't be surprised. Even if she's not there to discuss business, it's most likely she would go as it's a social occasion. Something about those potions bother me as well. Perhaps it is best that we speak with Lady Battenrend. I don't know about all of you lot, but there's about 20 blokes over there, armed to the teeth. So I don't quite know what we're going to do exactly. Ostigar, I agree with Jock. Even with the element of surprise, a full frontal assault would lead to disaster. Well, perhaps Malin and I could go around the side and we could cause some sort of distraction. One thing I'm confused about is why we're getting involved in the first place. I mean, we fulfilled our part of the contract with Zisk. Why are we going out all of this way to try and talk to this lady? Something about this doesn't make sense, Ostigar. What is it you're not telling us? I'm never afraid of a big fight, but If I'm going to be fine, I guess I want to know what I'm doing it for. It has to do with the identity and rather salacious information about Lady Badenrend provided to us by Belinda, and the information that Potor shared with us regarding what he smelled from the crate. From what Potor described, the two smells are the key ingredients to a lust potion. And if there are 10 bottles or 20 bottles of lust potions in that crate, then we have a serious problem. Yeah, what's a lust potion? Is it something you drink and it makes you want to plough lots of people? You don't drink a lust potion. You apply it to your person in small doses and it makes you incredibly desirable. A part of me isn't too surprised that the only other member of our party who knows what a lust potion is and how it works is our bard. Nonetheless, we can't just sit here. Are we going to do something, or are we just going to simply watch from the bushes? Well, as my grandfather used to say, discretion is the better part of valour. Woman, I'm 8.5 feet tall. There's no way I'm sneaking around anywhere. This is ridiculous. Why don't you just lob a fireball at the Ostagar and we can be done with everything? As much as I would desire to set the countryside ablaze and eradicate the problem entirely, to do so would cause many more problems, one of which being that a person over there is the daughter of one of the wealthiest and most influential lords in the kingdom of Mavleria. It will put a target on our backs, most likely for the rest of our lives. So no, there will be no hurling of fireballs. Alright. I mean, just because you can't do it, doesn't mean you have to make a big huff about it. Shut your green mouth. I'd also have you know that... Wait. I'm sensing something. Alright, who the bloody hell is that? Calm yourselves, men. I have no desire to fight. Radamanthos, are you here to check up on me? 1,000 pardons for my sudden appearance, but there has been a recent development, one which needs to be discussed. Well, it must be deathly serious considering you're willing to travel so far from everything and everywhere that you know. So what is this complication that you wish to speak to me about? Hopefully it is not to alter the terms of our agreement, as I would not look favourably upon that. I would never dream of betraying your confidence or your trust. However, this matter is rather frustrating. Then let us speak of it quickly. One thing I do detest in a business partnership is a lack of communication. The conundrum I'm facing is regarding our associate at Clay Hill. Instead of wanting a fee for his service, he wants more than a cut or a fee. He wants to sit at the table. Since we are all equals in this endeavour, I will have to speak to everyone who sits at the table. That being said, what do you think on the matter? Personally, while I acknowledge his contribution, and without it this endeavour might not even be possible, giving him a seat at the table and making him an equal to you and I, well, that simply cannot do. I do hate it when business associates often have ideas above their station. He will have to be dispatched. I will send Titus here to dispatch the alchemist of Clay Hill. By the ancestors, this has turned out to be more than I expected. Well, I don't know about all you lot, but this is getting a bit beyond us now. I mean, we're dealing with plots and wizards and ladies and goodness knows what else. My darling Orc, we became involved the moment we brought those potions to Lady Badenrend. Okay, I get where Jock is coming from, but I agree with our loot-carrying friend here. We are already involved. Which leads me to my next question. What are we gonna do? Firstly, we need to learn more about this tournament. Secondly, we need to travel to Clay Hill and warn the alchemist. I believe Clay Hill is located in Pencavern. If we're going to Pencavern, we are going to have to travel through Nefris. Ugh, You gotta be fucking kidding me. Doesn't sound too bad to me. Well, look at that. We're off on an adventure.